So leading on from that, and I guess this is really an extension, why did you choose us?
For that same reason, is that because I already knew who I was dealing with, and then because we worked together for a solution for me and
Yes.
for the business. So I felt supported, and I was confident that my concerns and needs were acknowledged and responded to. You know, the things that were important to me. So some of the things that we did, none of my data leaves Australia.
Yes.
Everything that Alexis does, she does through a terminal in the Philippines, but she accesses everything through my own system. So she's logging in to my portal.
Yes.
So that, you know, for me, that was really, really important as well.
And let's expand on that, because you had some issues with us, didn't you? Like with the team member, not with us.
I didn't have issues with Affordable staff or with the team member. What I had was when I initially put out the job description or thought about what I had needed, I thought I needed a particular skill set because I hadn't done it before.
Yes.
And what ended up happening was I got the person with that skill set, and then through working with her, I put a lot of time into the systems. I think when you put a person on, you need to support them to set them up to succeed, because if you don't give them a system to work with, all you're doing is setting them up for failure.
Yes.
So I needed to develop my system, which I did, and then at the same time we were working with the person who I specifically asked for.
Yes.
And it turned out that through that process, I recognised that I actually needed a slightly different skill set. She was valuable and she did the tasks that I needed her to do, but there were things that she didn't have in terms of experience that I didn't realise I actually needed.
Yeah.
Until I put her on. And then I went, that's the gap.
Yes.
But until you know and you put somebody on, how can you tell what the gap is?
And how do we handle that?
Really well.
Yeah, what did we do? Just for everybody watching.
So one of the reasons that I went to outsourcing was that I didn't want to deal with the hiring or firing and things like that. I don't have that skill set and I don't have the time. So I wanted somebody to manage that process for me. And I literally just said to Nadine, Nadine, there's a number, I don't think that she's getting I don't think that she's going to get the understanding that I need her to get in the time frame that I needed to do it.
Yes.
And so there was a hire that was put out for another broker actually, and he ended up not being ready to take her on. And the two of them were working together.
Yes.
So they were working as a team, and I'd seen the progress that they made together as a team was phenomenal.
Yeah.
And in the end though, we had to choose just one because I went, well, I can't have both. So I ended up selecting the newer employee.
Yes.
Because she had more of the skill set that I was actually looking for, and I could see that through the work and the tasks that they were doing.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And it is always one of the keys for us is that, you know, you'll have your client and you'll have your team member overseas. And for us, it's always been very important to help bridge that gap. And like you said, there are challenges that come up.
Yeah.
And I think that one of the reasons why people continue to work with us and our model, which has taken a long time to get to, our model is that, that we really want to focus on, okay, how's the client going? How's the team member going? If there are ever any gaps, we communicate that, keep those communication channels flowing, because it's easy enough when someone's sitting in that place and another person's sitting in that place for it not to happen. So it's big for us to keep those communication channels flowing.
Yeah.
And there are times, and I mentioned this to you before we started the interview, that there are times when we talk to clients and we say to them, hey, you're not holding up your side. This is where we're at now and this is where we need to be at. How is it we're going to get there?
Yeah.
So it's a big thing. It's a big thing for us to keep that communication channel flowing.
Yeah, I think as an employer, if I were to hire someone directly here, I would have a responsibility to that person to make sure that they know what their job is and to give them clear guidelines around what their tasks are, and to make sure that they understand what they need to perform in their role. I believe that most people want to do a good job.
Yes.
I don't think there's many people out there, I don't know, maybe there are, but my experience is that people want to feel successful at what they do. And so as an employer or as somebody who is a client, it is, I believe, my responsibility to make sure that I do set them up to succeed in that role.
Yes.
And then I can make a judgment call to go, if they're not succeeding, is it because there's a lack of understanding there? Can that lack of understanding be bridged through education? Or is it just simply that they're just not ready for that role?
Yes.